World. Holy. That's the first thing I have said all morning. Came out cracky. Woo! World. Good morning. Also, don't mind the humidity is adding volume. Okay, well, she's raining. She's pouring. First sip of the day. Wow, can we talk about the girth of some coffee cup lids? Holy. She's girthy. Okay. Well, world, it's officially, well, it's been Gemini season for a hot second. I was out celebrating. Okay, so in honor of Gemini season, I think it's time to get a little Snoopy and Scoopy. You don't have to be a Gemini to benefit from Gemini season, but for all my little Geminis, let's do this. Let's get Snoopy and Scoopy. Guys, new deck. Gifted. Love this deck. If you don't know it, you're about to know it. Okay. As per usual, I have a lot to say, but you know what? Right now, let's just listen to the rain. Do a little chef. Let's call in those crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you're working and praying with. I have to add a couple to the team that I've been really working with. Mary, Joseph, Saint Therese, Saint Catherine, Padre Pio. Can't hurt today. Padre Pio was a Gemini. Okay, if you don't know, that's okay. Just know that they did some good stuff. If you don't know Mother Mary or Father Joseph, ooh. Look him up. Okay. Grandmama. Okay, well, folks, 3 of Swords, eh? Right out of the hop, right out of the gate. You know what, though? Let's just take a quick look, because I'm noticing a few things already. So, we can see these have been, like, hand-forged. You know when you get the little dents? Real hand-forgy. So, we got the hand-forged daggers. They're not even swords, they're daggers. But look at this beautiful rose. Look how, like, the swords have penetrated, but, like, not really damaged, not bruised. Penetrated, but not bruised, not damaged. Interesting. Okay. Now, guys, I had to turn the fan off. The humidity is 100%. I don't know if you can see the sweat starting to get drippy, but, like, she's hot. You're healing. Ugh. Beautiful. Now, what's funny about this little star is I was getting around the internet again. I have a new little show that I like to watch. Anyway, they like to go over, like, the world's best criminals. Anyway, there was a young fellow, a little Canadian pride here, from Manitoba, Winnipeg no less. Anyways, he pulled off these incredible heists. Incredible. The Star of Cece. He stole it. He stole it. And the officials were so embarrassed that for like 9 to 10 years, they didn't say a thing. They just kept the fake one that he threw in there and just was like, it's the real one. So anyway, whenever I see this star now, I can't help but think about a little Canadian pride, a young kid from Winnipeg who pulled off some of the most incredible heists. The Star of Cece. Well, maybe I have some Aquarian, because the star rules Aquarius. We have some Aquarius energy on the table here. I forget where the Star of Cece was stolen from. I forget which country. Oh, the details. Some of those details get lost. Okay, so you're healing. Ooh, look at you, Gemini season. Woo, Queen of Swords. Okay, and see, this is really how the Queen of Swords was birthed in the story of tarot, really. She was a Queen of Cups, and someone hand forged a few daggers here. Okay, so you're healing, but you've learned. Oh, but look again, the Star of Cece. But look what's crowned her head. We all know I love a good owl, as seen by the owl tattoo. Yeah, we got Bonita in the house. In case you're new, Bonita, aka Chicken Fajita. Bonita Fajita, Chicken Baby. That's my cat. She's hot as balls too. Okay, so Grandmama, what is going underneath the Three of Swords? Ooh, the Five of Swords. Oh boy. Oh boy. Interesting. Now, we do see a person crying, which makes sense. But we also see this son of a nutcracker now. Is this you? Is this you picking up one of the Three Swords to be like, fuck you, because we see you in the Queen of Swords? Or is this the person who hand forged 3 daggers and then shoved them in? So rude. Okay, but we see the star energy healing. The teacher. Look at that. Yeah, you got something to say now. You got something to teach. That's what happens when we get backstabbed or we endure some insufferable things from some insufferable people. Well, we have the positionings here of the Tree of Life. We also see that this is broken into quadrants. Some old knowledge here. Interesting. That bird was really catching my eye there. Okay. Okay, so what's going underneath the Queen of Swords? Oh, I'm sweating buckets. Sweating buckets, folks. Okay. Yeah, if any more humidity, it's just, I feel like the reading, my hair is just going to get bigger and floofier. Oof, okay. Queen of Swords, what's going underneath? The Two of Coins. There's always a few cards in the deck. You know, maybe you do know, maybe you don't know. But if you have your own cards and you pull, do you not find that there's always like a card or two where when it comes out, you're just like, really? For me, it's the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Sometimes I'm just like, what do you want? Okay, but at least with this Two of Pentacles, what I like about it is there's grace. You know? If you've ever studied dance, or just like listened to someone talk about dance, especially like when something is being choreographed and you watch the rehearsals, every hand placement is not for naught. It's there for a reason. It's, you know. Going back to, again, the delicateness, like the flowers aren't harmed here. For something that's supposed to show a lot of like struggle with balance, I'm not seeing it. That looks like the Brooklyn Bridge in the background. So something that can be really cold and frenetic and busy. It's like you've taken that environment and you've added grace and you've made it your own, and it's colorful and it's soft. Love this. Okay, so the Three of Swords to the Five of Swords. What's going underneath? Let's find out. The Ace of Cups. Ooh, with a little octopus going on here. Interesting. Look at that, the little octopus. He's got a little twig. Interesting. Okay, well, can't know until we know. Let's get the last two and then we'll pull some clarifiers. Okay, so we have the star to the teacher. Ooh, Nine of Wands. You're tired. There's some like musty, dusty, raggedy ass bullshit that you have been like just up to your eyeballs in bullshit. And you're tired. This person has a real 90s look for me, grunge. So maybe I have some people of my era, some 80s babies, perhaps. Interesting. Okay, so we see this person holding birch. We also see this little guy holding a little twig. But the Nine of Wands person is facing this octopus. And it's underneath the star and the teacher, which is both future facing. In fact, the only non-future facing person is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so interesting. So I feel like something's gonna swing back around. Sacred masculine, going underneath the nurturer, or the Queen of Swords, to the Two of Coins. There's something here about old teachings. So for you, it might be cultural. And with, yeah, even with this indigenous. So you don't have to be indigenous. You could be any color from any part of the world. But what I'm seeing here, though, is it's like this reference to antiquity, but like modern versus old. And we don't say that with any kind of disdain. In fact, I prefer a little bit of antiquity when it comes to healing or knowledge. There's some real gems. Okay, well, let's definitely get Snoopy. Grandmama, what is going on with this Three of Swords? Let's talk about it. I don't want two cards. I want it to be a bit clear today. Yeah. What is the Three of Swords? Ooh, the Eight of Coins. But look what's in this corner. You see these plants? I'm telling you, there's whoever this little octopus is, and I love octopus, but like it being under the Five of Swords to the Three of Swords, work related, but like I feel like this person has been clipping from your garden. And even you, like, you're the beautiful, like, look at this rose. Like, what a real beauty. Yeah, you're a total beauty queen. Male, female, person, doesn't matter. Gorgeous. Yeah, it's like someone tried to, like, again, muss up your beautiful petals, forge 3 daggers to do so, didn't destroy you. And that wasn't good enough. Then they were like, oh yeah? Well, let's come in with some 5 swords. We're not going to just fuck up your body. I feel like there's something about like the physical. But now with the 5 of Swords, yeah, there's just like, but then it's like, I get the sense, this card I keep hearing, like, taking what's not theirs. Clipping from your garden. The buttons acting as pentacles. Interesting. Okay, tell me more. Let's just go straight down the row first instead of reading like I normally do. We're just going to go, I want to get straight to the meat and potatoes. Who is this person? Okay, so tell me about the Five of Swords. What's going on with this Five of Swords business? The moon. I suspect during this full moon, it also being in Sag. Okay, what about... Well, we have the Five of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. I'm trying to remember the name. This is where I'm terrible. I have a lot of useless information in my head, but when it comes to practical things like the name of this particular shape, but see, the butterfly to me also represents this Gemini energy. And even if you're not a Gemini or an air sign, you're very much in this analytical, cooler. Yeah, it's less heart right now. You're like, you know what? I just got fucked over. I see things clearly. And we're going to handle some business. So the moon to me is indicating that, well, for one, it was a blue moon that we had. It being a full moon, I'm telling you, most breakups or upheaval can come on a full moon. It's interesting that she's a stone statue. Even with the metal, it's weird. It's like, whoever this person is, we see water. We see the octopus. We see this moon with water. The person crying by the water. But again, there's like impenetrable. They're made of stone. And even like with the forging of the daggers, it's like... And there's something here about the stained glass. Well, even with stained glass, actually, there's a huge cathedral down the street. And because of the neighborhood, things get broken, but a lot of the cathedrals, they've had to put gated mesh over the stained glass, but also because they're huge cathedrals, you can't even look in anyway. So there's something here about, I don't know, windows are for seeing through, you know? They let in light. I would say stained glass is mesmerizing. I love stained glass, but there's still this kind of like, you're drawn to look, but you can't see through. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this Ace of Cups. Oh. Ace of Cups to the King of Swords. Tell me a bit more about that. Okay, that's too many. Too many. To the Seven of Wands. Well, what's interesting is that, again, we're seeing these like with the birch, it's not the full tree, right? Like it's been cut into logs, these thin logs. Then with the Seven of Wands, we have the bamboo. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, going back to the Five of Coins, but we had the King of Coins. But look at his environment. This is like Peru. This feels very far away from this person. Do you know what I mean? Also, a very interesting outfit choice. Jean on jean. In Canada, we call that the Canadian tuxedo. Not mad about it. Okay, so let's move along. Okay, so the Star. We know you're healing. You look great. Ooh, the Seven of Swords. I think you need to be a bit quiet. This is about a reticence. Being strategic. But I feel like we're seeing the process of how this Queen of Swords gets made. Because look at the hair. Do you know what I mean? I feel like some crazy, deep, ancestral, like, big-time healing took place. And you have to be really quiet and strategic about it so that you could come out like this. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's talk about your Queen of Swords. I love this for you. No. Why do we have these many cards? Holy, no. Just one, please. Just one. Okay. Queen of Swords. Ooh, the Four of Cups. Well, these two are looking at each other. I don't know. This to me feels like octopus person. And the lines, the grids, to me it's giving spider webs. It's like you see something really clearly and you're moving forward and you're not about to settle anymore. But yeah, this energy still seems to kind of step in front. And I feel like you're like, I'm not fucking around. Okay. Tell me a bit more about this Four of Cups, Five of Coins, Moon, Ace of Cups person. Let's just dive into them. Interesting. I don't really know what to make of it, to be honest. The Three of Wands to Justice to the Empress, which is funny though because I was just talking about that cathedral, but it's the Cathedral of La Guadalupe, and I feel like this is Mother Mary, but also known as Guadalupe. Yeah, there's also real Hispanic, so I feel like I have a lot of people who have a lot of different ancestral knowledge here, but I'm definitely getting a lot of like Central South America. I'm getting very North American indigenous. Could also be Egyptian because we do have that teacher card here. Ooh, Métis. Yeah, I'm hearing Métis. The Three of Wands to Justice to the Sacred Feminine. Okay, let's put these back in for a sec. I know which card's there. Okay, so why is the Four of Cups coming out for your Queen of Swords? Strength. Well, and what's interesting is that I would say this is either Canadian Inuit or Alaskan. But then we have this, like, jaguar? I don't know that. No, not a jaguar. No. What is the spots? A leopard? But this to me is giving a South American plant. Very interesting. There's something here about pineapple. Okay, this is going to be so random, but there's something about this top. Well, and even how she's in black and white. Yeah, there's definitely something here about ancestors. I feel like you have more connection to where you come from. Or you have some connection to self, to your culture, your ancestors, to knowledge, some healing practices. There's something here where, like, you know who you are. And there's something about this Four of Cups person. Okay. Oops. Sorry. I have to have my phone plugged in. Okay. Hold on. I want to take out these cards, actually. I find this energy of theirs to be very distracting from you. I feel like the left side is all them, and you're like the other two rows. Okay, so let's put a little space in between this person and you. Okay, so let's have one clarifying card for your Star card to your Queen of Swords. Okay. Someone got clarity on the full moon. And also, I think there's probably some tears. Okay, so now we have the Teacher to the Two of Coins. The Five of Coins. Same cards just want to keep coming out. But is this person inserting themselves? Let's find out. Nine of Wands to the Sacred Masculine. Is this why this person is still in that nine of, like, the Three of Wands? Interesting. It's interesting that those cards came out in relationship to the other person, but I see how these cards also pertain to you. Your ships are coming in. And with the Teacher to the Two of Coins, I feel like you could be an actual teacher of some kind. There's so many things to teach in this world. So it could be very traditional, institutional, where maybe you're a prof. Maybe you're a kindergarten teacher. Oh, that'd be nice. I was thinking about that the other day. My son's teacher, I was like, you know what? Kindergarten? I have a friend, too, who's also a kindergarten teacher. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that is nice. I'm just looking at the threshold. Yeah, it's like you're at the threshold. And even with the Three of Wands, normally it's about seeing your ships come in, but he's so high up, and also this is like a Buddhist monk. Well, threshold is also about tolerance. So perhaps your tolerance for enduring things, like there's something here about you're in the Nine of Wands, and then it's past facing. But now, this beautiful Three of Wands, and Buddhism to me is really, it's accepting what is, because you're in the present. It's also about compassion. There's many teachings and layers, but if I just think about the basics, the discipline, it's more community-minded. Well, and the sacred masculine, too. Like, the sun is very masculine. Okay, so Grandma, what do you want collective to know about the Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Octopus, Ace of Cups person? Ooh, they're watching you. See, with that star, like, I feel like no matter where you go, they want to be there. Yikes. Ain't that the truth? Okay, so this person doesn't want to give up, but I also feel like they did something. So what did they do? The Four of Cups. Well, this tree is pretty interesting because it is, these trees, I believe it's in Africa, they grow so thick, like it's like this person is walled off. And with like spiders and stuff, I don't know. Even though there's no spiders, I just keep getting spider webs. Like, they're waiting for something to change, but they don't change anything. And good things come, but then they don't want it. Okay, so what is the Five of Swords? What are they doing with the Five of Swords? Well, they're manipulating something. See, with the head and the heart, this is the Magician. Yeah, with the Five of Swords, they want something to look innocent and fun, and like everything's just like chill and cool. Okay, so let's go back to this Ace of Cups. Oh, this person wants a new beginning. See, big fat ending, new beginning. How do you feel about it? Wow. Oh, so what I thought was the King of Coins, what I love about this deck is they do a little switcheroo. So what I thought was the King of Coins was actually the Queen of Coins. It was represented by a male that looked like they were in Peru, but also this is giving Mother Mary heavy. Well, I feel like your nature well, as I've been working with Mother Mary as of late, and Joseph, I feel like there's an unconditional love here. Even if you aren't in love with this person, or depending on what your relationship is to this person, because we haven't even established like what type of relationship is, but it's like it's coming with the type of grace that Mother Mary would have. It's just like, it's just pure love. I don't think you wish this person any ill will, but I think that they keep inserting themselves some way in front of your path, and you're like, ooh, the Hermit to the Five of Wands. Yeah, like, I don't think you want conflict with this person. Like, again, you just want to be alone. Like, the Queen of Swords is very much a loner. They do their own thing. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So, hold on. There's something very slow moving. Like, the story's here, and it's hot. Yeah, like the humidity. You know how humidity is like real heavy, but it's like wet and damp, but it's uncomfortable. You can't get any reprieve. Okay. So, my Queen of Swords person, let's just focus on you. Okay, so Grandmama, what does the Queen of Swords in the collective need to know? Okay. Just keep facing, because, like, you have your back to me, or, you know, whoever's energy. But it's like you're at the top of the world. And again, just like the Queen of Swords, they're usually denoted up, way up in the mountains, but it's like you can see everything. You can see everything. And I love, like, the confidence, because we have yellow too. So that'd be solar plexus, sacral. So there's this real, like, and even if we look at this age, this is, I'd say, is probably like a 9 or a 10-year-old. So it's not like a 5-year-old, like totally innocent, but there's still this like exuberance and excitement for the future. Do you know what I mean? Like, your back is turned, you're only facing the future. And it's crystal clear, which is great, because we already saw you in the Queen of Swords energy. So fantastic. Okay, so what's the advice for how to deal with this person? What is the advice for the highest and greatest good? To be clear and to be honest. Which is... ooh. You're just... you're not looking at them. I keep hearing, to be honest, what I keep hearing is you're not looking at them that way, and I'm also hearing you're not attracted to them. Because the nurturer of wands, like if we were to think about the Queen of Swords, there's a lot of fire, there's attraction, there's passion. And like I said, this person is kind of made of stone. They're impenetrable. We saw them in the Four of Cups. Like, they're walled off. There's a gift being offered. They keep getting offered beautiful things. They say, no, thank you. And you don't have time for that. Okay. So what do we need to know about this person moving forward? How are they gonna that Two of Pentacles again to the Two of Wands to the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this person is planning on how to get past your defenses. They think if they can find a balance somehow. Okay, what's the balance for them? Like, how are they seeing this? Balancing their burdens. So they think if they make their burdens more pleasant to look at, more beautiful, that somehow their burdens will be more approachable. Yeah. And that this isn't who they are, that this is who they are, and they want you to look at them that way. Okay, communication. Okay, what's this person gonna communicate? What do you have to say? See, they have an offer. Okay, so when this person comes forward, how are you going to feel about this communication, this offer? The Lovers. Well, the Lovers is also traditionally about a decision. It is the Gemini card. They are different, though. Like, they're similar, but they're not quite the same. Okay. How do you feel? So we have the Lovers. They come forward. The Devil. Yeah, what I had seen, the cards I was looking at, was the Five of Cups. It's a woman crying, to the Seven of Cups. And I'd put that aside, but we see the Devil. I feel for whatever reason, like, you do care about this person. You're tired. You're tired. There's something where there is something about your defenses here. Like, there's something where you're like, oh, God, I just can't. And I feel like this person, they're not really trapped, but they are. It's just like... I wish I still had that Four of Cups out, but I feel like... I don't think this person means you maliciousness at all. I think this person is really struggling. Yeah, but you're about movement. We saw your back. You want to move forward. Also, that's Pam Grier. If you don't remember Pam Grier. Anyway, Gemini. Okay. So, what's the future of this relationship? Whatever relationship it is. It could be co-workers, it could be a boss, it could be a sibling, it could be a parent, it could be a lover, it could be an ex-lover. I don't know. Whoa. Yeah, I think you are going to think a bit more about the type of conflict this person either brings to you, or I don't know. That Hermit card has got like the Five of Wands to this Hermit. Okay, so what's this person gonna do? When you say no, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, like there's an ending here, and they just like and it's interesting because we have the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups plus a cup is Five of Cups. Yeah, there's this very interesting and when we had that Three of Wands, you're like looking towards that eye in the sky and the future, and I just heard like you're not looking at them. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say, Grandmama? Yeah. You gotta leave. It's an ending. But for you, like, it really... It doesn't feel like there's a bit of conflict for you, but not... In fact, the way this snake is biting... Have you ever had a long bun that you needed to put up, and maybe all you had was like a pencil, and so you'd wrap your hair up? And then also when you're working, you know, how you chew on your pen, you chew on your pencil? This to me is that type of conflict where like we already see a lot of air energy for you. We know you're out of the emotions. We see that you're a very loving, grounded person, that you have a lot of affection, even for this person. But it's very clear that I don't know, however you feel is very clear. And it's like, you definitely took the time to think about it. And see, look, there's your beautiful rose again. And it's interesting because this rope looks like a snake. So I think that's what hung you up for a little bit. This internal conflict. Like you just felt like it just wasn't working. Okay. Well, gang-a-lang. Any last messages for this very Gemini energy on the table? Queen of Swords. Whoever you are, my collective. We're back to that sacred masculine. You just gotta soar, baby. And if you are, yeah, exactly. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. You know, just like Nina. See? There's that eastern sun. Oh, got a little fox, a little cutie. You're just balanced. And you're holding your own rose. Yeah, see, I feel like that person was clipping from your garden. Yeah. Okay. Well, don't shoot the messenger. But here we are. Okay, well, hopefully it's not wicked humid where you are. I hope everyone's doing great. I hope everyone's enjoying Gemini season, as I am. Okay, well, just like the cup says, even though it's got a bit of girth here, do your own thing. Okay, stay blessed, stay golden.